Hello once again to all my viewers out there. I am back with another episode of Brian's Buds and Brews. So I know it's been a while. It's probably about almost a month since I made a video, but just sometimes life gets in the way, work, doing some stuff around the house, other stuff like that. So I hadn't been able to really have time to, find stuff to do, come up with ideas, and, buy stuff and bring it to the house and make videos. So, but however, this is going to be a two-parter just purely because I don't want to drink all 6 of them right now. So, I don't know if you guys, wherever you're at, most of you are going to be in West Virginia or Texas, have a Specs. So what Specs is, it's like a wines and spirits store. I go there a lot because if you pay in cash, there's a 5% discount, and then if you're military, there's a 10% discount. So every time I go there, I get a 15% discount if I pay in cash. So I find myself at Specs quite often. They pretty much sell anything, whiskey, liquor, vodka, beer, and they have a very large selection. They also have a build your own 6-pack, which is what I went and did today. I got 6 beers for like $10, I think, something like that, after the discount. So pretty much what I did was I didn't even really look at what I was grabbing. I pretty much picked what cans I thought looked cool, and then I threw them in the box they give you, and then I checked out and left. So pretty much what I'm going to do 3 today, and then probably either tomorrow or the next day do the next 3, and then I'll post a second video addition onto this. I think this will be my 4th one, so this is today will be my 4th video, and then we'll move on to 5, but using the same 6-pack. So, like I said, I don't even know the names of the beers that I grabbed. I just literally I looked at the can. If I thought it was cool, I grabbed it and I put it in the box. So one of these is a tall boy too. So I might save that one for later because I'm going out to eat tonight. I'll probably get a beer at Plucker, so I don't want to drink the tall boy right now. But pretty much what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab these and I'm going to show you the can art or whatever, and I'm going to drink it, let you know what I think. I probably want to grab a glass so that you can see with the color of the beer, what it looks like, and all that stuff. So actually, one second, I'll be right back. Alright, sorry about that. So now I got my gloss, and I don't give a damn, but I'm just gonna grab one. We'll go with this one. What do we have here? This is the Chosen one. I thought it looked cool. Has some palm trees, nice pastel colors. Made for the people. It is a toasted coconut ale. Our American cream ale is sure to surprise your palate with the sweet taste of toasted coconut. It has a smooth, crisp malt profile and finishes with a taste of toasted coconut. Made right here in Texas. They give tours at 903 Brewers LLC, 1718 South Elm Street in Sherman, Texas. Tours every Saturday from 12 to 5. Why not? If you're free on Saturdays 12 to 5, head on down to Sherman, Texas. It says it pairs well with mild cheeses, tropical fruits, and a vacation state of mind. How delightful is that? So, let's check this out. I'm trying to find the alcohol content of this. I don't think it says anywhere. I'm going to have to Google that, and then you're going to have to Google it for yourself, because they do not list the alcohol content on the can. Alright, let's see what this one looks like. It smells like beer. It doesn't really smell like coconut. It's a lot of foam. Holy cow. Maybe I just suck at pouring. If you look at the color of it, it doesn't really, it looks like your typical beer. It smells like beer too. Like I was expecting. Coconut doesn't have the strongest taste ever, but I think everyone knows what coconut smells like. So we'll let that foam dissipate a little bit. Do the old finger in the nose trick. All right, so here we go. The Chosen One Toasted Coconut Ale. Taste test. Wow, that is very interesting. I will give it that. I for one love coconut. Like coconut's like one of my favorite things actually. Beer wise, I don't know about it. If I went to your house and you handed me a can of this, I'd probably drink it just to so I don't seem like a rude house guest. But if I was like offered another, I'd say no, I'm good. I don't want to drink too much today. Even though in reality, I would love to like drink something else. Is basically the premise. Yeah, it's just not that great. I can taste like a smidgen of coconut, but it kind of just tastes like a I don't know really how to explain that. It's kind of bitter. You know what? As I go along, I'm now tasting a lot more of the coconut. Okay, I retract my first statement. If you can get past the first 2 or 3 drinks, and then you get to the 4th or the 5th, then you can actually really taste the coconut. Yeah, so I would say it was bitter, but after the first few drinks, you can taste the coconut. Actually, it tastes kind of sweet almost. That's pretty cool. I might have spoken too soon. I might have judged toasted coconut too soon. Now, this isn't like I'm going to buy a 6-pack of this and go to a party and get drunk. This is like you're tired of drinking Bud Light every night of your life. You're hanging out, and you was like, man, I want to try some coconut beer. Yeah. Cream ale aged on coconut. Not bad. Alright, on first judgment, I was probably going to give this like a 3. But upon revisiting, I'm going to slap a 5 on it. I'm going to slap a 5 on the Chosen One coconut ale. So, that's not too bad. Hold on. I'm going to pour my next one in here because I don't want it to like mix the flavors, which it shouldn't. There's not enough in there. But yeah, okay. Yeah, not for everyone, but definitely worth a try. I mean, there's nothing wrong with branching out and trying new things other than, you know, your typical beers. Let's see what is next. Let's see. Meeny, miny, mo. Oh, let's see. Okay, yeah, I remember picking this one because I saw a B on it, and I thought it looked cool. Dynamo, that's what made me pick this. Dynamo Draft Mead from Honey and Tart Cherry. This is a mead, actually. For those of you who don't know what mead is, it's kind of like a sweet wine, and it's typically made from honey. You can actually make it yourself. You can actually YouTube that and make it yourself because I thought about doing it. And really, all you need is like, what is it? Like water, yeast, honey, and like any kind of fruit you want to flavor it with. It's actually pretty simple. It takes like months to make, but it's actually pretty simple. Sweet, semi-dry, off-dry. So this is a. I see the start now. This is an off-dry mead made by Dynamo, brewed in Austin, Texas. Huh? How about that? I did not know this was a mead. I thought I was grabbing a beer, but I did not. Huh. All right, well, we're going to see how this goes. I might grab a separate glass for that one because I don't really feel like mixing beer and mead together in the same glass. Okay, sorry about that once again. Let's check this out. Let's check out this meat. I've never seen meat in a can. That's almost sketchy. Whoa, it smells fruity. Oh, wow, okay. But it's like carbonated. Yep, definitely not beer. Definitely not beer. It smells good. It smells like... It's like wine. I don't know if I explained this in the last video, but whenever you smell things, especially like scotch or whiskey or like beer, whenever you inhale through your nose, a lot of people close their mouth so they can like inhale it completely, but you're actually not supposed to do that, because if you do that, everything goes straight into your what are those things called, sinuses, and it actually it has like a shock to the system. You can't really smell, like fully grasp like what you're smelling and get the notes or whatever. So I learned this from watching YouTube videos about alcohol, because I'm addicted. But smell with your mouth open, and it fully circulates through. And you can not only smell it, but also kind of taste it in your mouth, so you're like prepare for what you're about to go through. And you can taste you can smell all the notes, rather than just like, especially if you're doing like scotch, it'll just go straight to your tongue. You just smell that straight alcohol. But if you smell with like your mouth open and like not right up nose in the glass, but like at a fair distance, you actually be able to smell the different notes and flavors and spices and stuff. But it's not as big a deal with this, I guess. But still, I'm gonna give it a shot. Wow, okay. So this is only the second time I've ever actually had mead. The first time I've ever had it in a can. The other time was out of a bottle. This is actually really good. Wow. And it's 6.5% alcohol. Again, I'll try to show you the full can so you can get the full appreciation of Dynamo. Like I said, I was not expecting to be getting mead today. I thought this was beer. But for judging from the taste, I'll take it. Yeah, I've never... You can tell it kind of tastes like... If you like wine... Me personally, I'm not much of a wine person. But this is kind of like a sweeter, better wine, I guess you could say. I've only had a couple kinds of wine. I didn't like any of them, honestly, other than like Boone's Farm or like Mad Dog or something. But this is actually really good. I would highly recommend this if you're just like drinking in period, but especially if you like wine or mead. I don't know a whole lot of people that are like, yeah, why don't you come over to the house and drink some mead tonight? You know what I'm saying? But I think actually mead was like the first alcoholic beverage that like humans like made and drank like back in like medieval times and stuff like that. So this is like your like original alcoholic drink. This is how the Knights of the Round Table got wasted after slaying dragons for King Arthur or whatever. I even list the ingredients. So unlike beer, because beer is covered under the Beer and Alcohol Commission. Is that what it's called? Beer and alcohol something. And they aren't required to list, as you'll see on this can. They're not required to list nutrition facts because they don't fall under the those people that check FDA that check like your food and stuff, and they make them list ingredients and the nutrition facts and all that stuff. Since it falls under the beer and tobacco thing, I think it's commission, but correct me if I'm wrong. They don't have to list their nutrition facts. This does not have nutrition facts, but it doesn't list the ingredients. Yeah, exactly what I said. Water, honey, cherry concentrate, cinnamon, vanilla extract, almond extract, yeast, potassium sorbate, and potassium metabosulfite for freshness. So yeah, so yeast is like the thing that like I'm not going to sit here and explain the process of making mead, because you can watch that on a YouTube video, and I'll spend 20 minutes talking about it because I think it's really cool. But yeah, this stuff is like really good. It's not beer, so I don't feel right like ranking it. But in terms of like wine or like mead or something, for in a can, this is pretty good. It goes like a 6 or 7. It's pretty solid. I mean, it also has a lower alcohol content, but it tastes better than like your like MD 2020 or whatever. Of course, mead and wine are two different. They're pretty much the same, but they're two different things. I'm going to finish the glass, but I'll probably finish the can later. I'm not going to drink this whole thing, or else it's going to take too long. Keep in mind, I haven't eaten anything today, so this is just boom. There's nothing in my stomach or anything to absorb. All right. Let me try to find like an actual beer in here, because so far I've had a coconut beer and a mead. So let me actually get you guys a beer here somewhere. I just want a beer. Yes. All right. So I think it says ale on it. So all right. So our last beer of this episode of Brian's Buds and Brews. I'm using the term beer lightly here. Just going with canned alcoholic drinks at this point. Bug Zapper Sour Ale. You got a nice fly getting zapped. These cans, I'm going to keep these cans and just start like a collection of cans. I actually collect bottle caps off all the beers that I've tried. I have like between 70 and 80 different bottle caps. But these cans are cool. Like, I mean, you might not share some of my same opinion, but I think all three of the cans we've seen so far are pretty cool. So I might like set up a display in my man cave and do that. So keep turning the can for you. Okay. All right, nice view of the Bug Zapper. It is a sour ale with lime zest, ginger, and mint. Not mead. It's stuck in my mind. This is made by Avery Brewing out of Boulder, Colorado. Colorado is a big place where beer is. Brewed with Rocky Mountain water, malted barley, malted wheat, lime zest, ginger, mint, hops, and yeast, like all beer is. This is 6% alcohol. Beer first, the rest will follow. I think it's going to be my new Twitter bio. That's a pretty good motto to live by. Shout out to Bug Zapper, Avery Brewing. This is a limited release. Look at that. So, who knows? Maybe no one else. Maybe this is like, I got like the last can. Now there's a couple more cans there, but you never know when you can get this stuff again. I said I found Specs. You can probably, I don't know. I've never seen this like sitting around at, like a Walmart or like your general liquor stores. Like Specs was the first place I've seen that. So let's see what's popping with this sour ale. Okay. It's got a very distinct smell. I can definitely smell a little bit of the lime, a little bit of the ginger, a little bit of the mint. I think this is going to be the most interesting taste. Oh, wow. One more foam. Yeah, this one has a slightly different color than the coconut did. This is kind of like, it's a little bit darker, a little more of like an amber color. So once it gets in the glass, so the glass is like what you really should do is, if you really care at all, other than just drinking it, is try to get like a beer glass, or like for instance whiskey, get a whiskey glass, because the way they're shaped helps it's like scientifically proven that you can like smell the aroma, and like you can taste more of what's in the liquid itself, the beer, the whiskey, or whatever you're drinking, based on like the glass. So like if you like, for instance, like a can lid is like, you see how it's like so small, and like you can't really get everything, but once it gets out in the open and comes out, this is a regular drinking glass, not specifically for whiskey or beer, so you can't really get like this. You won't be able to taste as much or smell as much, is what they say. I personally don't have any whiskey glass or beer glasses. I have a beer mug, but it's dirty, so I can't verify that for you. But that is what they say. So, a little more tidbit of information for you. Yeah, this is an interesting smell. So we'll see how this one tastes. I don't know about this. Okay, so this... oh, wow. So I see why it's called a sour ale. It is a little sour. You can definitely, like, at first how I couldn't taste the coconut in this. Of course, coconut is more of a lot more subtle flavor than, I guess, lime and ginger and mint. You can taste everything in this. You can taste the lime, you can taste the ginger, you can taste the mint with, like, definitely, like, they weren't shy about it. Like they didn't just like sprinkle it in there. It's definitely blended in with it. Yeah, definitely. So this would go. Whenever I drink this, I think of like almost like sourdough. Like it almost tastes like bread, honestly. Yeah, yeah. So it's like sour when it first hits your tongue. And I don't know what, it's weird, but I feel like when I'm swallowing it, I can taste like bread. But you definitely got it's sour, it's got the lime, the zest from the lime, and then it also has like the coolness of the mint, and then like you can taste like the ginger in there as well. I don't hate it. I don't dislike it actually. I'm not saying this is something I drink often, but I feel like this could be something where one day, like as randomly I'm in the mood, I'm like, man, I would love a can of Bug Zapper, but just like a can. Like I don't want anything. I don't want a 6-pack. I don't want anything else. Like, you might just randomly get in the mood for this. Like how some people just randomly have cravings for something. Like, I didn't drink soda for almost 2 years, and then like one day out of the blue, I was like, man, I really want a Dr. Pepper. So I went and got a Dr. Pepper. I was like, oh yeah, awesome. And then I drank it, and then I didn't want another Dr. Pepper for a long time. So I feel like this is something that could be similar. Like you'd be like, you know, walking around the store buying beer or whatever, like, man, you know what? I really want a can of Bug Zapper. I haven't had it in 2 years. And then you'll drink it, and then you'll finish it, and you're like, okay, that was nice. And then you're done with it. You know what I'm saying? It is different. This is not for people who the only beers you ever drink are Bud Light, Miller Lite, and Coors Light or something. This is not for you. If you just like beer and that's it, like the most generalized group of beers that you could possibly drink, and that's what you drink, you won't like this, I promise. If you like to try different things, you're open to other stuff, you are not limited, you don't limit yourself to just beer, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love beer, but I like to branch out. I would not recommend this for your typical like person who just drinks beer to get drunk or whatever, or thinks, you know, whatever. Like if a person who like appreciates beer or ales or whatever and wants to try new things, then that's the only people I would recommend this for. Not bad. So I would give it, like I said, personally I like it. Not enough to consider buy it, but I already explained it. I won't explain again. I would also give this one. I would give this one a 5 as well. I'll bump the coconut up to the 5.5 just because of the few drinks after I had it. So I'll go with I'll go 5.5. I'll go 6. 5.5, 6, and then it's hard to grade this because I've only had 2 kinds of meads ever, and this is the second one in a can, which is like mind blowing for me. I mean, it might be common elsewhere, but it's mind blowing for me. Like I said, I'll give this like a 6 or 7 just because it tastes good. But I'll bump these up to 5.5 and 6. So honestly, it's hard to go off my scale compared to other people's scales because a lot of people like 5. You think is like 5 is like average, you know, and then like 4 would not be that good, and 3 would be awful, and anything less than that. 4 would almost be decent for me. It's just I don't want to rank it any higher because I feel like higher than 5.5 or whatever, because I feel like there's so much like better stuff out there, better beers that I like that I would rate above it, and so I don't want to give it too much credit. It's kind of hard, yeah. But yeah. So I think it's already almost at the 25-minute mark, which is slightly excessive for a 3 beer video. I also talked a lot. I'll probably talk less in the next video. But yeah, that pretty much wraps it up. I'm probably just gonna finish these off once I let this camera go, and that's pretty much it. So, like I said, if you guys are interested, this is Bug Zapper. This was the Chosen One, and this was Dynamo, not beer, but mead. If you guys like the video, go ahead and leave a like. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment. Let me know what you want to see next. The next video is going to be the other 3 beers left in my Build Your Own 6-pack from Specs. And I'm excited to try those. I'm excited to show you guys those. So that's pretty much all I have for you guys. Thank you for watching.